skies today, high 88. Clear tonight, low 62. Sunshine 85 tomorrow for Saturday. Sunshine, high 90. Sunshine on Sunday with a high of 90 and partly sunny on Monday, high 88. Overnight low 75, 73 rather, yesterday's high 96. Currently, humidity at 83%, winds are calm, the pressure at 29.92, visibility 10 miles. Sunshine 77 right now at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Well, I survived the rain at the Wayne County Fair last night.
You have a story that you have to tell a little bit later about the Wayne County Fair that I'm not going to let you get off of. You've got to tell it because it's too good. We're lucky to have an old friend in the studio, that being Corey Musgrave, who's, of course, the pastor right down the road here at New Beginnings Church in Fairfield. And old friend because back when I was the president of Frontier Community College, he was the student trustee. So we made lots of trips together to Mount Carmel and to, that Robinson trip. Was it a long one?
That was a long one.
Oh, my. Corey, welcome. And you have an announcement this morning, and I'm going to let you have the mic for a few minutes. Tell us what's going on.
Well, this morning I am excited to announce that I will be running for state representative here in the 109th District. That seat is currently going to be left open from sitting Representative Darren Bailey, who's been a strong conservative voice in the House that's been heard in Springfield and Chicago, and I'm going to be running for that seat.
Well, that is interesting news. You know, we haven't had a state representative in Fairfield since Clyde Robbins, I believe it was 1982, and so that in itself is interesting. You've been somewhat of a lightning rod over the last several months. Is that an accurate description of the interest since you went up to the State House and were asked by Representative Bailey to do the prayer?
Yeah, I mean, I was just being me. I've always been that way. I went up there as a pastor. I'm not afraid to speak the truth. I'm not afraid to say what I believe. Some people find that controversial, but that's okay with me. I'm fine with that.
I have to tell you, I think I understand that part of it.
Right.
But it says in your release, which I have in front of me, you've identified three topics in particular, three issues, and I wonder if you'd just take a few moments to expand on them. It's obvious that you've been very vocal in your support of the Second Amendment, that you're against the tax increases that we're seeing in the state. And here's one that I haven't heard you talk about. Radical environmental policies that are hurting the oil and gas industry. Can you talk about that for a few moments?
Sure. I've spoken with oil producers, with people that utilize in a responsible way our natural resources here in the 109th District, and we are blessed with a lot of those. But it's sad to see in Illinois, we see representatives from Chicago who really have no understanding of what happens with some of the gathering of the natural resources, the responsible use of them, and they put policies in place that really hinder our local economy. And so one of the things for the 109 to thrive is to be able to utilize and gather and market those resources in a responsible manner. And so one of my goals is to stand up and be a strong voice for the responsible use of those.
Let me ask you, because this was a theory that was printed in Springfield.
Right.
The theory was that Representative Bailey brought you up there to do the prayer. He had already at that point known he was going to run for the Senate, and that was a way to be able to give you publicity. Is there any
that's
truth
ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. I was asked to come up there in February. They set the date for the last day of session on May 31st. At that time when I went up there, we had no idea. I had no idea. According to Representative Bailey, he had no idea. It was a shock to him that Dale Ryder was going to step aside and not seek re-election. At that point, that was announced that day I was up there. I did not know that was going to happen. I went up there again as a pastor to pray over an issue that I believe is not only morally reprehensible, it's spiritually, in my opinion, but also just scientifically and as a people of what we're doing with the abortion. And I think they've stepped too far. So this idea that was floated that this was some sort of publicity stunt is completely untrue. It's not true. And I just made my decision to run just a couple weeks ago. It was a tough decision to make, but I'm all in with it now, and I look forward to running.
Mark, you got anything in particular you wanted to ask Corey? Because I've got another question, but I don't want to exclude you.
What do you see? I know you mentioned those three topics, but what other hot button issues do you see in Southern Illinois?
Taxes would be a big one. I don't know if you guys are aware or not, but the jobs that left Fairfield that went to Mexico, with Airtex, right? We moved a lot of lines down there, and Fairfield lost a lot of jobs. The 109 lost a lot of jobs. Did you guys know they're coming back to the United States? They're already moving the lines back. But do you know where they're going? They're going to Indiana. You know why they're going to Indiana? It's because we have such a poor business climate in Illinois. And if we'd get our act together, we could draw some of these jobs back. And so, one of the things I want to see in this area is I want to be a voice to create a business climate that's fair to all involved, that's attractive to business, so we can draw good jobs here.
Corey, let me ask, you are a pastor. You have a congregation here. Throw a rock and hit it across the road from the radio station.
Right.
You're going to have to be doing this almost full-time between now and next March.
Sure.
How does that work with your career?
I did not want, as much as I respect you and the radio station, I did not want the church to hear this message on WFIW from me the first time. So I announced to them on Sunday and told them the plans. They stood up and cheered. It was I was kind of taken back by that, very heartwarming, appreciative of their support. So they're fully supportive of everything. But I also told them, I said, look, I cannot continue to do everything that I do. I will have to take a step back from that in the future. I would not take office for a year and a half. So for the time being, I'll still be there to serve them. And that's part of why I'm running. I've dedicated my life to serving people, and I want to continue to do it in this capacity in the 109th District as being a representative. So I realize I cannot do everything. I have 5 children, pastor a church, a good-sized congregation, and then stepping into this role, something has to give. So,
okay, very interesting. Really appreciate you taking the opportunity to be here. Can you stick around for a little while while we do our regular stuff and participate in it? Is that okay?
Absolutely. I'd love to.
We'd love to have you. Thank you for coming to the radio station to announce that. Very interesting news, and I think I've seen some really thick skin on Representative Bailey. You're probably going to develop some tough skin here in the next several months.
Well, if you're going to be a pastor, you've got to have thick skin as well, because people love to tell you different things. So hopefully I've developed that already.
Well, so I'm shifting gears for a second. First of all, my 14th wedding anniversary.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
Well, thank you very much. I've made a lot of bad decisions in my life. I'm not going to count them here, okay?
Okay.
That was the best decision I ever made in my life.
All right. Wow.
My best friend, and I love her dearly. So you're at the county fair list. You had a lot more fun than me. I was at a city finance committee meeting that went on for 2 hours, as I've discovered just how messed up this TIF situation is, and I'm not going to get into that because that'll bore people to tears. But you had an interesting story from the county fair. You're sitting down at the inn and you see a gathering. Tell us about it.
Yeah, just down the midway. There was a big circle of people last night.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, what's going on? And I hear somebody over the other side. Well, there's a fight going on. So I'm thinking, okay, well, it's 2 kids, because sometimes.
And then what goes through your mind is that's where our stand is.
No,
and Double D's in
yeah.
it, right?
No, this was after. This
Okay,
was
all right,
after
all right.
everybody had left.
All right.
So I walked down, and there's I'm not going to say he was inebriated, but I'm guessing he probably was.
Okay.
He was a 35-year-old man in the middle of this circle. And the only reason I know he's 35 is because he told everybody he was 35. Trying to coax a high schooler into a dance-off.
Dance-off? So it's that kind of fight.
Wow. One was trying
I kept waiting to go. I kept waiting for somebody. You got served.
That's exactly what I was going to say. But nobody drew down first.
Nobody drew down.
Come on.
I mean, at one point, he's up there going, "I'm 35. I'm an old fat guy. Come on, man."
Well, then dance, dude.
And then there were 3 or 4 guys out there, and they did some type of, they hiked the ball and ran it like a football play. And
oh my. Well, Looking forward to the Demolition Derby. Remember, 91 rules to the Demolition Derby. You thought it was just cars running into each other. In my hand, I have the bucket of bunk.
We want the bunk. Give us the bunk.
Oh, well, I'm going to give it to you. Birthdays today, Yul Brynner. He died at the age of 65, and I'll tell you why in a few minutes. His real name was Yuli Bosevich. He was Russian. He was known for his role in The King and I, not just the play, but also the movie.
Yeah.
He won an Academy Award for that. He played it on stage 4,625 times. He kept his head shaved from 1951. I have sort of the half Yul Brynner look here going on top of my head. 51, he started shaving it, and he kept shaving it. His last wife, he was 62, and she was 26.
He's taking notes from Tony Randall.
Well, he died 3 years later, so. He had interests. He and Marlene Dietrich were friends, close friends. She was 19 years older, so he did both ends of the spectrum.
Wow.
4 wives, 5 kids. He was a smoker since the age of 12, and he died of lung cancer.
Well, yeah.
So, 12.
12.
Yeah. Tab Hunter, born in 1931 on this date, died at the age of 86.
Now, did Tab Hunter, was he the lead character in A Peyton Place?
I don't know.
For some reason, I'm not sure if that's true.
He
but-
was like a heartthrob of the 1950s and 60s, and the movie industry kept hooking him up with beautiful women like Debbie Reynolds and Natalie Wood, and the whole time that was not his preference. Okay, I won't get into any more detail than that. In his autobiography, he said, I had 2 lives, one set up by the studios and the one that was really his lifestyle. His real name was Arthur Andrew Kelm. His breakthrough was Battle Cry, a World War II movie in 1955. Leon Spinks, 66 today, from St. Louis.
East St. Louis.
Yes.
East St. Louis, right? Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was East. I think he was in St. Louis.
Okay.
East St. Louis was Jackie Joyner Kersey.
Okay.
Anyway, in his 8th pro fight, he defeated Muhammad Ali in a split decision. When he beat Ali, he had lost 2 of his 4 front teeth.
Yeah.
Before he lost the championship, he'd lost all 4, which makes for an endearing smile. Larry Holmes beat him up to lose. He lives in Vegas now. His son is the undisputed welterweight champion. Doctors say that from all the shots that he's taken, he has suffered brain shrinkage. You don't want to lose your brain.
Cover up.
That's it. He was 26 and 17. That's not a very good boxing record.
Not really.
And Richie Sambora joined Bon Jovi, the main songwriters for the group Bon Jovi. Then he went solo. Who was his famous wife? You remember?
No.
You got an idea?
I don't know.
Heather Locklear.
Really?
You remember her?
Yeah.
She was a co-star with William Shatner in a police show. On this date, in July 11th, not only did I get married, but the United States' first Secretary of the Treasury, Alexander Hamilton, was killed by Vice President Aaron Burr in a duel. They took their disagreement seriously back then. 1918, Enrico Caruso recorded Over There, written by George M. Cohan. I guess that was to inspire World War I. 1979, the abandoned U.S. space station Skylab returned to Earth. It burned up in the atmosphere and fell over the Indian Ocean. I remember that was a big deal. You were worried that you were going to get hit by Skylab. 1985, Nolan Ryan, 4,000 strikeouts with Texas. His career.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And surprisingly, he did not have that great of a record.
No, he's almost 500, quite honestly. 2000, Liam Neeson broke his pelvis after hitting a deer with his Harley Davidson motorcycle. You know, we have a new minister in town, Corey, at my church.
Yeah, I've met him.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Living in Newton right now.
Yes.
And his first day, he was here for church night on Sunday night.
Right.
Got in his car, promptly ran into a deer on his way back to Newton. Messed up his car bad. So he's going to learn about that. Music history, Dean Martin recorded his first 4 songs in 1946 on this date. Kenny Rogers formed the first edition. You know who he was with before he did that in 1967? The New Christie Minstrels.
Really?
I had no
I
idea.
did not know that.
No. Okay, so our question of the day. And this is where you need to have thick skin, Corey. The question of the day often gets people riled. This was because of the commentary I did this morning about Starbucks. And the question is, and was, do you feel obligated to purchase something when using a business's public restroom? Okay?
All right.
All right. We got a lot of responses, and we'll talk about the question of the day right after this timeout.
Imagining a better bank starts with looking at the savings rates most banks offer and saying, really? Capital One is building something better. You can open a Capital One savings account with one of the nation's best savings rates from anywhere. Like here, or here, or here. One of the nation's best savings rates. Opened online, at a Capital One location, or from anywhere. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
For consumers only. Offered by Capital One N.A. member FDIC. Copyright 2018 Capital One.
Liberty Mutual Insurance presents and Doug.
If I don't find the right car insurance for me, I might just give up.
Did someone just say, if I don't find the right car insurance for me, I might just give up? Ma'am, what if my partner, this wild emu, and I told you that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need?
I'd say sign me up for Liberty Mutual. And also, your emu is eating my tire.
Limu! No. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Equal housing insurer. State laws apply.
It's here. The Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to your station's website, WFIWradio.com, and click on Big Deals. Here you'll find dozens of gift certificates for places like Three Chicks Fudgery, Act Tire and Auto, Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center, and Bullard's Farm Market and Bakery. You can shop 24 hours a day and save tons of money in the process. But you better hurry. You never know how long each deal will last.
Want a $100 bill? Hey, $100 bill, $100 bill.
Every weekday morning at 7:50 and Saturday morning at 8, it's auction time. Auction time tells you about the unique items on the block in the region. We give you the headline items during the week and then actually get into details with the auctioneers on Saturday morning. Auction time, weekdays at 7:50 and again on Saturday morning at 8 on the station listened to, not just heard, WFIW and WFIWradio.com.
45 get a lost soldier way, $145.
I'm Mike Reith, and I get 2 minutes every morning. The goal is to make you think about a local, state, or national story. I give you my honest take, and it always contains my opinion. You may not agree. That's okay. Good people can disagree on issues and still be respectful. I love it when my commentary spawns a good debate. Talk isn't always cheap. It plays weekdays here on the station listened to, not just heard. Thank you for listening.
Time Capsule, sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another Time Capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when an Oklahoma postal worker went on a shooting spree that took 15 lives? American reporter Nick Daniloff was arrested as a spy by the KGB. On the final hole of the PGA, Bob Tway made a miracle shot to beat, who else? Greg Norman.
That is the shot of Bob Tway out of the bunker. It's in the hole! It's in the hole!
We said farewell to Ted Knight and the U.S. Football League. And the newcomers on the radio sounded like this. Okay, when did we first hear all this? The answer and a piece of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Swing by the Fairfield Save-A-Lot and take advantage of these great deals. Creamy or crunchy peanut butter, 89 cents in a 16-ounce jar. 24-pack of bottled water, $1.99. All flavors Body Armor sports drink, 99 cents each. And also, don't miss their big 2-day sale this Saturday and Sunday only. Prices mentioned are good through Saturday. Good food, great people, great prices at your Save-A-Lot store on West Main Street in Fairfield. Give them a like on Facebook.
August 1986.
Steve Winwood and Higher Love, the top song of August 1986. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another Time Capsule.
Time Capsule has been sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
Hey, did you go out for breakfast?
Yep, got a sausage McMuffin with egg from McDonald's, melty cheese, and a buttery English muffin. You?
Cereal. Just dry cereal.
You know, that kind of looks like what we feed the parakeet.
Yeah, it's probably why he's giving me the stink eye.
Good thing I got a McMuffin for you, too.
There's a better way to breakfast.
Get a savory sausage biscuit with crispy hash browns for just $1.50. Price and participation may vary. For a limited time, cannot be combined with combo meal.
Welcome back to Morning Coffee. It's time for the question of the day, which generated some controversy, surprisingly.
There's well over 260, 270 people. The question is, do you feel obligated to purchase something when using someone's public restroom? This is a keen political issue, Corey. This is one that you'll probably have to deal with on the trail between now and next March. How would you politically answer that question?
I don't know if there is a politically correct answer for this question.
Well, what would you do? Do you feel obligated when you go into somebody's business, let's say a service station along the interstate?
Yeah.
And you have to use the restroom?
Yeah, I try to buy something. Drink.
See?
Yeah.
That's the way my wife is. I'm not that way. I figure you're doing business, you got a public restroom, I'm going to use it. I don't feel obligated to have to buy. My wife will buy gum to be able to placate her feeling that she's somehow ripping them off by not spending money to be. And the reason why I use this as the question is because this was at the heart of the Starbucks story 3 months ago when there were African Americans asked to leave a Starbucks because they didn't buy anything. That was their policy. Of course, that got them in all kinds of trouble. They shut down 8,000 stores to give this racial sensitivity training, and now you can go in and use your bathroom without buying a latte or an espresso.
Okay.
But how would you be, Mark?
Oh, I don't feel any obligation.
Yeah, you and I together.
I don't really feel an obligation. It's just kind of out of respect. Yeah. It's
there it is. That's
you know, it's just out of respect for them. I know, especially you walk in and it's just you don't feel like you have to buy the whole store out, but purchase a soda, pack of gum, something I'll use.
So JB says, WFIW, you finally reached the bottom of the barrel of questions.
All right, time to start filling that back up.
Oh, no, JB, I'm going deeper, bud.
Oh, here's the next one. Here's the next one. Pickles or no pickles on your pork burger pizza?
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And Nate says, if I'm using a business's restroom, then I feel the need to buy them deodorizer and possibly a new toilet.
That sounds like a personal problem there.
So. Yeah.
Oh, there were others, but that's it. And I didn't give you the results. Oh, yeah. The results were almost 2-1 no. 169 no, 95 yes.
Man.
So most people do not feel obligated. You and I are together on this.
We are.
Corey's the outlier.
All right.
So there's the question.
Speaking of the bottom of the barrel.
Yes.
We reached into the bottom of the barrel today and drew out 2 names for a couple of pairs of Holiday World
from last
tickets.
night.
Yeah.
They were people that participated.
Registered at the Wayne County Fair.
Stacy Legg from Fairfield is a winner of 2 tickets, and they will be out front. And Jason Vaughn. That's a good That's a good Fairfield name, but he's from McLeansboro. Jason Vaughn from McLeansboro. And so we'll be contacting you after the show, and you can come and get your tickets to Holiday World.
All right.
My understanding is not only you get free drinks there, but I get free
Sunscreen.
protection for my dome.
Yeah.
Sunscreen. Isn't that interesting? Didn't realize that I could get that as well.
And free bathrooms. You can go to the bathroom for free there, too.
You don't have to buy gum?
You don't have to buy
I'm pretty sure you
anything.
got to buy a ticket, don't you?
Well, that's true.
You're not going to walk in and say, hey, I got to use your restroom there, Holiday World. Georgia police are urging anyone who pulled over on Interstate 285 on Tuesday night to grab some cash to hand it over. The side door of an armored car opened accidentally and cash flew out of it. About 15 cars slammed to a halt.
The guy just hit a bump as he was driving along and the door popped open?
That says something about the security of that armored car, doesn't
that
it?
door.
Anyway, they all jumped out to pick up money. Dunwoody, Georgia police are warning anyone who drove off with that cash that it isn't theirs and they could face prosecution. One man already has returned more than $2,000, so there must have been a lot of cash fall out.
Yeah.
Corey, I have to believe that you would have to return the cash.
I would return the cash.
You would,
I would
because
return
how could you do a sermon about honesty and integrity and not give back that money?
Right.
I don't have the same.
The
morals.
problem is Springfield's not returning it. They're putting off. I don't know if some of them would.
That's right. This is a special day at 7-Eleven across the nation.
Oh, yeah?
Why?
Is it
7-Eleven?
Slurpee Day?
7-Eleven.
Oh, yeah.
7-Eleven.
It means you can get a free Slurpee at all locations, coast to coast. Unfortunately, we have none.
What's the closest one?
Gee, it has to
It's
be.
got to be over in the Metro East, I would think.
All right, somebody's on it here. We've got part of Corey's election staff researching. Jose's working on that right now. A flight manual from Apollo 11's lunar module could bring as much as $9 million next week at an auction.
Is it the one that they pulled the cover off of?
Apollo 11, not
that was
13.
11. Oh, you're okay.
Remember 13? They used that as
13, they used the cover.
They
Yeah,
did.
Okay.
This is 11. This is the Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Small Step for Man, Giant Leap for Mankind. Christie's Auction House says that it would put it among the most expensive printed books to ever sell at auction. The manual is one of 7 items that were on board Apollo 11 when it landed on the moon on July 20th, 1969. So we're only a few days away from the 50-year anniversary, aren't we?
I wonder if when Neil Armstrong stepped out, the boot he was wearing when he first stepped on the moon, has that ever come up for auction, I wonder?
Oh, that would go for millions
I
too,
would think
wouldn't you
it would
think?
go for I would think that would go for more than.
And he brought
more
that.
than
You know, he brought those back.
Well, yeah, kind of had to.
Those items, over 200 other pieces of space memorabilia. Maybe it's in this one. I'd have to imagine they'd mention it. It's going to go up for bid on the auction block for the 50th anniversary of Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin becoming the first men to set foot on the moon. That looks like the big item, though.
Yeah.
Jose, you got an answer? All right, Jose, our staff in the background, Granite City, Illinois. If you're if you got a monkey on your back for a Slurpee, you need to drive to Granite City today to be able to go to 7-Eleven and get a free Slurpee because
they're giving out free Slurpees.
Well, 7-Eleven, that's what it says, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, free Slurpees. Starbucks was in the news again. They're getting groovy with their newest drink. The coffee chain is offering a tie-dye Frappuccino at locations across the United States and Canada.
What's a tie-dyed Frappuccino?
The colorful drink is concocted with tropical cream base with red, yellow, and blue swirls.
Oh, okay.
You drink that or wear it?
I don't know.
I'd probably wear it.
Well, you know what? If you go in to get a tie-dyed Frappuccino and you're wearing a tie-dyed shirt, if you spill it on yourself, you wouldn't be able to tell.
You can't even tell you're drinking it.
Yeah.
It blends right into the rest of it. So there's the 7-Eleven Day across the nation. A man in Florida claims to have fought an alligator that had grabbed his daughter's dog. 75-year-old Buddy Ackerman says the gator had grabbed the golden retriever on yesterday. He tells TV down there he kicked the reptile in the snout twice, and the dog was able to get loose.
I fought
Did
the
you see
gator
where
and I won.
There's an alligator in Humboldt Park in the lagoon?
In Chicago.
In Chicago. Did you know?
And that was a pretty big one. And they think that was a pet that somebody let loose.
Yeah,
up
it's
there.
like 4 or 5 foot. Last I heard, they still haven't caught it yet.
Well, I'm not part of that crew.
I don't want to be part of that crew.
Be careful if you're walking your dog up there in Humboldt Park in Chicago.
We were talking about how that would take care of the geese problem out at the golf course. All you got to do is just put 4 or 5
there you go.
alligators out
That's
there.
right.
Next thing you know, the geese aren't going to come around. Now, I understand the alligators have their own, leave behind refuge, but it's probably in the pond, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay. The son of Dog the Bounty Hunter in the hospital, injured during a manhunt with his father. The two were chasing a fugitive in Colorado this week when Leland Chapman tore a ligament in his knee.
And that was right after the funeral for his wife?
Well, actually, the Beth, isn't it Beth?
Yeah.
Wasn't that Dog's wife? She died last month. A memorial,
last month, okay.
A memorial for Beth Chapman is planned for this Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So they held on in the state, their home state of Colorado. So I guess, bounty hunting has its downside.
You ever watch that show? Dog the Bounty Hunter?
It's hard for me to watch. How about you, Corey?
I
You ever seen that?
don't know.
It's
this
pretty.
guy, I'm going to tell you something, Corey.
It's pretty.
This guy here watches a show where a doctor, the extent of her expertise is that she
pops pimples.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but you did. So there you go.
I thought that was just a social media thing. It's not like
No.
a full-blown
Oh,
TV
no,
show.
it's a TV
It's
show.
a full-blown TV show,
Okay.
Dr. Pimple Popper.
He watches that. Do you watch
Now,
Dog?
on the 4th, well, I did. It's not
You're
on
not-
anymore. I watched it every once in a while.
Don't you
On
watch
the-
reruns of Dog?
No. On the 4th of July, they had a whole day of Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah.
And it was entitled Red, White, and Ew.
That's great. How old are you, Corey?
I'm 35.
You ever heard of Kourtney Kardashian?
I've heard of her, but I'm not a...
You're not a Kardashian person.
Not a Kardashian
No,
person.
neither am I, honestly, because I don't
Yeah.
think you should make millions for not having any talent at all. But anyway, in her most recent episode, she's turned 40, and she lost it during the show. Started crying when she was writing her blog because half her life is over.
Because she turned 40.
Yeah. Here's Meghan McCain, the daughter of the senator.
John McCain?
Yeah, she's on the View. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah,
know
she's the conservative voice on the View. She said, "I'm in my 30s, man, and I'm with Whoopi Goldberg on this." McCain, who's 37, said, "Not to be like Debbie Downer on this, you have all the money, opportunities, life advantages in the entire world. There are people who can't feed their children. I don't feel bad for you."
Good answer. Good
I think so
response.
too. I mean,
And technically, her life isn't over, or isn't half over.
I'm
because,
told.
because 40
Is the new 30.
30. So she's got 10 years before her life's half over, according to her logic.
while we've got you here, did you ever believe in your life that you would run? Did you ever in the back of your mind think, I'm going to run for a state office?
Well, I don't know if I'd say I never thought of it. Even as student trustee, at Frontier with IECC, not just Frontier, but I went up to Springfield quite a bit and was interested. I was privileged to be able to go. The American Legion hosts the, state.
Boys State, Girls State,
and I was privileged to be at it, and was put in the House of Representatives in that. So I've always had an interest in. I've always had an interest in government and history, and loved that. But I'm very content with. I have a great life, great family. I love the community, and I just can't sit back and watch any longer what's happening. I can't. That's part of it. It's not that I just can't sit back and be quiet.
What year did you graduate from FCHS?
2001. Then I graduated from Frontier in 2003.
Yes. Well, I understand they had some inspired leadership at that time at the college that helped usher you through.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we used to travel around the district. And so I don't know if I ever just thought I would do it, but I'm excited about it now. I'm humbled to have the endorsement Representative
that's a
Bailey.
good point. We didn't mention that.
Yeah, Representative Bailey is giving me his full support and endorsement, so I'm excited to have that and step out.
You see yourself campaigning with Representative Bailey?
Yeah, we will be. Now he's not only going to represent the 109th, but he's going to try and represent, and he will successfully represent the 110th, because the Senate districts are 2 representative districts combined, so he'll be representing both. So when he's in the 109, you'll see us together some.
Now the 110 goes north.
North. It's up at Mattoon, Charleston, Greenup. Yep.
One last question. I know you have to go because you've got other obligations. We really appreciate you taking the time and announcing here on WFIL.
Yeah.
There will be people that will likely run against you in the primary. It's going to be hard for them to run right of you, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, very conservative. I believe that this is a very conservative district. With this district is we're tired of paying the taxes. We're tired of it. We are pro Second Amendment. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in the Bill of Rights. We're pro-life. We're sick and disgusted. It's hard to even talk about the measures they're taking. I don't know if you saw, but in this fall veto session, Representative Chris Welch from up in Chicago is planning on repealing the Parental Notification Act for parents when it comes to abortion. Mm-hmm. And this district, this region down here, does not go for that. Yeah. You can't buy a pack of cigarettes now till you're 21. You can't go down to the tanning bed till you're 18. But now they're saying that you can have an abortion without telling your parents.
Pretty interesting.
That is.
Yep.
Corey Musgrave, Fairfield native, has announced that he will be running for the 109th District State Representative seat currently held by Darren Bailey, and he did it here in the last half hour, and I wish you all the luck, and I think it'll be interesting to watch this race unfold. So thank you for being here, Corey. We're going to take a break. You've got to talk to Sheldon. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to bring back the Fairfield National Bank
that we had a few
trivia that we had a few weeks ago that we never got the answers to. I'm going to bring that back. So why don't you go ahead and see if you can find Shelton to talk about what's going on down at Le Mans, and we'll say thank you for being here, Corey.
Well, thank you for having me.
Good luck.
An average yield increase of 27 bushels per acre. That's rare in corn. So is 8 more bushels in soybeans. Yeah, if you want gains that big in your fields, you need a stronger fungicide. One that works overtime, when the rest punch out. Triva Pro Fungicide. Ask for it at your local Syngenta retailer. Always read and follow label instructions.
Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Tucker Hallam Insurance, Wayne City, specializes in families. From auto accidents to home disasters to that very memorable first day of college, you'll have peace of mind with insurance from your Pekin Insurance Agency, putting you and your family first with insurance coverage for your home, auto, life, health, or business, and at competitive rates that will fit your individual needs. Call your Pekin Insurance Agency, Tucker Hallam Insurance today, going beyond the expected.
At Holiday World and Splash and Safari, we understand that with swim practice, swim meets, cheerleading camp, football two-a-days, watching your book club movie, dance rehearsals, dance recital, baseball, basketball, summer camp, soccer camp, cooking camp, you might just need a break from your summer break. So check out our world-class rides and slides for the whole family. But check out our website first for the best savings. Only at holidayworld.com.
Post frame buildings continue to pop up all over the area. And at Graber Post Buildings, they've been putting up buildings for over 40 years. Garages, pole barns, storage buildings, workshops, apartments, even indoor basketball courts, and some of the most attractive commercial buildings in the state. Every job is specific and unique to your wants and your needs. Graber Post also has packages for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. So for your next building or roofing project, call for a free quote at Graber Post, 800-264-5013.
Get to Subway for the 7 for $7 menu. Choose one of 7 different 6-inch subs, including favorites like the Italian BMT and Black Forest Ham. Plus, get chips and a 21-ounce drink, all for $7. Subway, make it what you want at participating restaurants.
Tired of being hot and bothered by all the summer heat? Give me a call at Finley's Refrigeration in Fairfield. Not only will we fix your problems and cool your home or business, but we will save you a lot of money and sweat in the process. We sell the best and service the rest at Finley's Refrigeration, Heating and Air. Give us a call at 618-599-9888. That's 618-599-9888. Finley's accepts all major credit cards, checks, and cash.
you're hungry for some delicious Deep South barbecue, then go down to the Big Deal store at WFIWradio.com and purchase the $20 gift certificate for only $14.
There's no glory in getting beat upon the job. Aches and pains aren't trophies. They're just barriers keeping pros like you from getting work done. But Ferris Commercial Mowers help you finish strong and feel good doing it with patented suspension technology. Technology that reduces the effects of uneven terrain, virtually eliminating shock to the chassis and your body, letting you mow faster and get more done. Visit Ag Tire and Automotive in Florida today for a test drive. Ferris, work hard, feel good.
WFIW 104.9 at WFIWradio.com. Now, 12 minutes before, or rather 17 minutes before 9 o'clock. Sheldon Bunning from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler on the line. Good morning, Sheldon.
Good morning.
If I could learn to tell time, I'd be a lot better this morning.
I just figured you was getting ready to talk to me on the phone and how handsome I was. You was confused.
Oh, okay. You know, I was over there at Le Mans yesterday.
That theory real quick, didn't you?
What now?
You said you squashed that theory real quick.
I sure did. Absolutely. You know, I was over at Le Mans yesterday.
You were.
And got a look at that Gladiator pickup from Jeep. What a sharp vehicle, man!
It is a good-looking ride.
Now, the one you have in there is pretty much a base model. Is that what I'm guessing, based on the price tag in there? That thing's only just a little more than $45,000, right, for that pickup?
Well, it's a Sport S, which it's got all the power equipment, and this one had the remote start and some other electronic options, some goodies on it. And the alloy wheels, of course, a hard top and an automatic. I mean, it's a pretty well-equipped Sport. They have not released they make a Sport, just a basic Sport with the crank windows and full locks.
Yeah.
They have not released it for ordering yet.
Okay. But I tell you what, that Gladiator is a sharp pickup, and that's what's considered a mid-size pickup, is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. Now,
In the same field as our Colorado, but yes, mid-size pickup.
we talked Monday about the new deals that were coming up. We should have more information today. What do you got going on?
Well, I've looked through part of them here. We've got some financing offers. They just announced 0% for 72 months, and it looks like it's across the board on 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokees. So we've got a good financing offer there. It looks like the Compass and the Renegade and the Cherokee also fall in that bracket, so 0 for 72 there. They announced on the Buick. I know what we've got in stock. We've got some Encores, Envisions, and Enclaves, but they are 0 for 76 months. So some big financing deals out there. And I'm sure we've got cash alternatives if you were planning or not planning on financing your purchase. So we've got that going. We've always got some deals going on the trucks. I think we've got I don't remember the exact percentage, but we've got some pretty good discounts on our remaining 19 Silverado heavy duties that we have in stock as well.
All right.
20 should be hitting the ground here shortly.
Saw a story yesterday. Chevrolet's coming out with a truck that is going to run in the 6-digit range. Is that right? Have you heard about this?
I have not, but I mean, you can, if you start looking at a 1-ton dually with everything you can throw at it, they could probably get pretty close.
Whew. I can't imagine a 6-figure on a truck, on a pickup truck.
I know it.
But they're almost like luxury cars anymore.
Oh, they are. I mean, even the big heavy-duty trucks ride rather well, and I mean, the amount of goodies and options and features you can get on one is almost unfathomable.
You ever had anybody ask for an option of maybe a bathroom with a bidet in the back of a pickup?
Well, I think if they keep making the cabs bigger, you may be able to get like instead of a crew cab, you may be able to get like a 2-bedroom, 1-bath.
The extended crew cab, right? All right, Sheldon, we want to thank you for joining us. You can check out the entire inventory online at lemansonline.com. And better yet, the sun's shining. Come out and see you, right?
That is correct.
All right, Sheldon, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you on Monday.
All right, you guys have a great weekend.
You too. Sheldon Bunning from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler. They join us every Monday and Thursday here on the WFIW Morning Show. Fairfield area forecast calling for partly sunny skies with a high 88. Clear tonight, low 62. For tomorrow, sunshine, high 85. Sunny and 90 on Saturday. For Sunday, mostly sunny, high of 90. And for Monday, partly sunny with a high 88. Overnight low was 73. Yesterday's high was 96. Currently, humidity at 70%. Winds from the north-northwest at 4 miles an hour. Pressure at 29.93. Visibility 10 miles this morning. Sunshine right now. We've got 79 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar looking very good this morning as well. Nothing showing up anywhere in the state of Illinois in terms of precipitation.
We're back, and there's an empty seat over here.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, we don't do that very often, do we?
No. Ran him off, didn't you?
Well, he was on his way up to Effingham, I understand.
Have a lot of stuff going on today.
Yeah, well, they're trying to hit all the spots. We really were honored that he decided to come here. First, I've known Corey for a long time. Yeah. He's a good man, and he's going to have some, I would predict, primary opposition, and then there are those in Springfield in particular that
there'll be opponents coming out of the woodwork and they'll be throwing out all the stops.
Can't
because
politics is a full contact sport.
This 109th representative district and the 110th district, those are pretty hotbed.
Yes,
pretty hotbed issues, and if you can get elected in these,
well, I'm going to tell you.
I mean, it's
when I was down in Murfreesboro, working down there, and that was only a few years ago. The Democratic Party put up a candidate. It was an open seat.
Yeah.
And the Madigan forces gave, and this is a House representative seat in Murfreesboro, they sent down $1 million in money for the campaign. $1 million because they saw it as an opportunity, and they might see this as an opportunity.
Well, I think they will because.
But the first thing is you got to get through the primary, and the primaries they're going to be Republicans that are going to.
Oh yeah, there's
come in and try
to
be
at least one or two.
They're going to try to be a little bit more moderate in some of their stances to see if that works for them.
I'm going to throw it up against the wall, see if it sticks, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Hey, a man is facing charges after allegedly breaking into an Oregon home with his cat and helping himself to some coffee and a cupcake.
He brought his cat when he was breaking into a house?
Before trying on the homeowner's Christmas onesie.
This is now?
This is, yeah.
A Christmas onesie was available to be put on?
Yeah, apparently so. Police arrested 38-year-old Ryan Bishop for the incident Sunday afternoon in the city of Gresham, just east of Portland. Police say the homeowners came home to the sound of something rustling in their crawl space and looked inside to find the cat named Spaghetti wearing a shirt.
That's odd all the way around. Did the guy lose a dance-off at the county fair?
I am not sure, but there's more.
Okay.
They then heard something that sounded larger than a cat and called police. Responding officers say Bishop emerged from the crawl space wearing the onesie after they arrived on the scene. He was arrested on charges of first-degree burglary, first-degree criminal mischief, and third-degree theft. The homeowner says she didn't want the onesie back.
So just help me for a second, because a onesie is something that covers everything?
I'm assuming that it's like a teddy,
he wore that.
Some sexy lingerie is what I'm assuming it probably is. Christmas-themed sexy lingerie.
Wow. And he put it on.
Or lingerie for those folks.
He put it on and let his cat see him.
Yeah. And then put a shirt on the cat.
Hoodie pajamas.
Hoodie? Oh, it's hoodie pajamas.
Oh, hoodie pajamas. Okay.
Footy.
Oh, footy. Okay.
Footy. Well, maybe it's got hoodie, too.
I don't know.
But that seems a bit strange, don't you think?
Well, no stranger than
seeing somebody dance off at the county fair. That's the most. I've not heard anything like that. Is that something that happens here?
I don't think so.
I mean, is a public dance off something that you've seen before?
I've never seen one before.
I wish I would have been there. I could have got that. Did you think about video?
Well, no, I had my phone ready if somebody would have took him up on it.
Well, I would have.
I was ready to go.
He would have been, maybe the first guy would have served the second one. The second one would have said, I can't top that.
Yeah,
you're
you
pretty
guys
light.
served,
You're pretty
man.
light. All right, so in my hand, my Pork Burger Stain hat, I have a 10-question, and you're not going to know many of these. I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah.
I didn't know many of them. I know some of them.
Right.
But it's a 10-question. It was handed out during the Founders Day.
Okay.
The booth for FNB.
Mm-hmm.
And they had 10 questions, and some of them are multiple guess.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay, so here they are. We've got about 6-7 minutes. Who was the president of Fairfield National Bank during the Great Depression? I would not know that.
I wouldn't have no clue.
The answer is A.J. Poorman. Now, I'm not sure that's a real good name for a banker. Poorman.
Yeah, probably not.
But anyway, A.J. Poorman. Number 2, who was the first female officer at Fairfield National Bank? I wouldn't know that either.
I don't think I know that one either.
Okay, so then I'll give it to you. Chloe Weaver was the name, the answer to the question.
Does it give a year?
Does not.
Okay.
And the best I can do with A.J. Poorman is
the Great Depression was started in 29.
Went to about 33, I guess. Yeah. What year did Fairfield National Bank merge with First National Bank of Fairfield? You know, there's all those bank buildings right there around that area.
I'm going to say 19...
I'm going to give you choices.
Okay.
1930, 1931, 1927, 1928. Now, before you guess, you might factor in
the Great Depression.
Yeah, there you go. So
I'm going to go with 31.
You're exactly right.
All right.
And that I'm sure it aligns with the fact that the bank there was a run on some of the banks.
Yeah,
I wouldn't doubt. Number 4, who was the first president of Fairfield National Bank? Now I'm going to give you a guess.
Okay.
His last name is a Wayne County town.
Sims?
No.
Sisney?
No.
Wayne City?
His name was Adam Reinert.
Oh, Reinert. Okay.
or as new broadcasters say when they come to Fairfield, Adam Renard. I did that once. I didn't.
You did it once.
I did it once.
Yeah.
Once. And that's when the light.
You did it once?
Well, that's what my dad used to say, once. I did it, and at the end of the newscast, the light was blinking on the phone. I knew it was a land.
Yeah.
And no, it's not Renard. Number 5. What special machine in Fairfield National Bank's lobby? What special machine was in Fairfield National Bank's lobby beginning in the 1980s? Okay, now you think for a second.
I'm just going to say the ATM.
No. This is health related.
Really?
Yes.
In the 1980s?
Started in the 1980s, yes.
Blood pressure machine?
Yes.
Okay.
Good guess.
Well, you remember all the banks used to have the penny weight machines?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Well, this is good because if you go there and you don't have anything in your account, you probably ought to go over and check your blood pressure.
Yeah.
It could be soaring. What year or when did Fairfield National Bank reach $1 million in assets? Okay, and once again, your earlier summation of history, the timeline, might help you here.
Okay.
Starting with 1925, 1926, 1927, 1928. What would lead you to believe that they were in their best shape?
I'm going to go 28.
No. 25, the
25.
earliest possible
Oh,
time.
the earliest. Okay.
Who created Fairfield National Bank's 50th anniversary cake?
Trying to think here. Janice Jones?
No, it says Hart's Bakery.
Hart's Bakery?
Yeah. I mean,
50. Okay, 50th. Okay, never mind.
Anniversary
No.
cake.
Janice isn't that old.
No. Okay. Number 8. A contest.
But she makes a great cake.
That's the place to go if I needed a cake.
Yeah. Or that or Bullards.
Sure. A Bullards does a great job.
They do great cakes too.
Number 8. A contest took place in 1977 where a name was chosen for Fairfield National Bank's ATM. What name was chosen? I know this one.
I have no idea. Do I get multiple choice or?
No, you don't. I'm not even going to help you at all.
All right. How about I don't know. Money?
No. And I always found this interesting because
Fred. How about Fred?
Good try. No.
Alvin.
No, it's a woman's name. So here it is.
I need some help.
Dolly Dollar.
Really?
Yeah.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Yeah, was it Dolly Dollar?
That's it. You got
Thanks
it.
for the help.
Absolutely. You know what I always found interesting about Dolly Dollar? She had a British accent. So, it would be like she pronounced things as if she was from Great Britain.
Ah, okay. All right.
And I always thought that was interesting.
Thanks for calling in. Dolly Dollar.
Dolly Dollar. Number 9. How many years was Fairfield National Bank the only bank in town?
Do I have multiple choice? Or
Yes,
do I
I'm going to give it
guess?
to you.
Okay.
15, 19, 20, and 24.
I'm going to go with 19.
It was 24. There were 24 years when there was only one bank in town. Isn't that interesting?
That is.
And number 10. I know this one as well because it was a very, very close personal friend. Who was the president of Fairfield National Bank during the Great Recession of 2008?
Mike Copeland?
No.
Nope.
Mike Copeland succeeded him. His name was Larry Roast, and I loved Larry. One of the great lines he gave to me. I was in the middle of trying to have the college district acquire the Saniel building, which would become the Workforce Development Center.
Right.
And I was trying to get it done fast.
Yeah.
And Larry said to me, Mike, let the bacon fry.
Let the bacon
let
fry.
the bacon fry.
I love it.
Larry Roast. Larry was he also was a pilot. Keith Bauman and him flew a plane around here, and he's back in Missouri, southern Missouri. So God bless Larry Roast. And thank you for Corey Musgrave joining us. A little bit of news is a part of the show about nothing this morning. Tomorrow, I'm trying to remember. I don't.
It's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday, and we'll have a lot of fun no matter what.
All right.
Take care.
News, talk, sports, and classic rock. This is the station listened to, not just heard. 104.9 WFIW Fairfield, Illinois.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Wayne, and follow them on Facebook.